Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be doing a foundation and concealer review slash wear test slash first impression and a new primer. Forgot about the primer. So I have three new face ingredients here. Here they are. First thing on the list is the primer. This is the matte putty primer. So I do usually use the poreless putty primer. We have the matte putty primer from e.l.f. For foundation, this one I'm so excited to try. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy foundation. Can't wait to try that one. And then we have the e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. So we have some great face products that we're going to try out today. These are all new releases, things that have come out within the past couple of months. I know the Dewy one is really recent, and the Hydrating Camo Concealer is really recent. I believe the matte putty primer came out pretty recent too. We're going to be putting this foundation, concealer, and the putty primer to the test today because this is going to be interesting. And this is matte, so let's see how this works because I didn't even think about it. But I was like, oh, let's try the matte putty primer today, and I heard it's really good. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, I'm wearing a dewy foundation. Okay, good job there. Good job, Staci. So we're opening this up. So here is the matte putty primer. Basically, it's, you know, same packaging as the poreless putty primer. This is white instead of pink, and let's see what it says it's supposed to do. Mattifying Skin Perfecting Putty Primer has a velvety texture that glides on effortlessly over the skin, smoothing over imperfections, infused with kaolin clay and white charcoal to help absorb excess oil and grip makeup for oil all-day wear. The result, a smooth, poreless, shine-free matte complexion. So you guys can see here. It's kind of cooling on my skin. So we're going to take this, we're just going to swirl with my finger, and then I'm going to pat this in the under eyes first because I get really like nasty texture there. Really getting it on my nose. So it is supposed to mattify your pores while smoothing your skin complexion. And I do feel like it took away some of like the oiliness that I look like I have on my face, the extra dew today. So it did mattify. Pores on my nose look smaller. Yeah, I think it did a pretty good job. And it kind of blurred some of my like imperfections that I have. So far so good. So next we have the Dewy Photofocus Foundation. And you guys have heard me rave about the regular formula of the Photofocus Foundation. So I'm so excited to try this. That one is a more matte, medium coverage foundation. This one is supposed to be dewy, and I've heard some people say that it's like their new favorite foundation, and I'm really excited to try it. So it has the same like spatula applicator. Don't like that. Honestly, if they could do it as like a pump instead, like they would, oh, it would be so good. So this one is supposed to hydrate and smooth complexion for a luminous finish. It's a buildable coverage for normal to dry skin and shake well before use. So I have my damp beauty blender and we're going to build this up on my face. Let's see if this is going to be dewy. It still has the same smell as the other foundation, which it's like not really offensive, but it's a weird smell. It smells kind of good actually. It has a little bit better of a scent than the other foundation. So I'm going to go on with a second coat here, really focus it on like the under eyes, see how blendable it is. Blendable, I meant buildable. See how buildable it is, Staci, not blendable. Obviously it's blendable or else it wouldn't look good on your skin. Who needs more coffee? I need more coffee. I like how dewy my skin looks. Actually, I kind of feel like the coverage on this is better than the original. Like it actually really covered up my blemish really nicely. It even got rid of almost all of the freckles that I have here. And as of late, I've had some really bad hyperpigmentation around my nose. Thank you, allergies, from sneezing so much. Ooh, I really like the way that's showing up on camera. It's nice and dewy. It looks really nice in the mirror as well. On camera, that's showing up beautifully. Next we have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Now the other one is more of a matte formula. It's supposed to last for 16 hours. This doesn't actually have a claim on it saying how long it's supposed to last for. The color I got is Fair Rose. And it's supposed to camouflage those pesky spots and under eye circles with a high coverage, hydrating, and long wearing concealer. Use the wand to apply concealer to desired areas. Pat out gently with your finger or a sponge for a smooth blend. Obviously, I mean, you know, basic general instructions. Forgot to tell you guys, in the Photofocus foundation, I got the color Rose Ivory, and it is a light, cool undertone, so it has more of a pink undertone. That's also the same color that I am in the regular foundation. So now let's use this hydrating concealer. This one smells funny. As of late, I've been going really sparingly on my nose because it tends to like clot on my nose. I call it clotting, but it tends to break down on my nose. So we're going to cover up this blemish just a little bit more. Get right in here, brighten up. I look like a masterpiece. So far, I think it's a really good shade match because it is going to be brightening and it's going to conceal. So, okay, so it is covering up my bags really nicely. It is brightening them. Let's see how it does on my nose. Is it going to clot on my nose, or is the primer going to do what it was supposed to do? Maybe it's the shampoo that I use to wash my beauty blender. Maybe that's why it smells so good. Shampoo. I meant, like, you know, soap. I am liking the way that like my face looks really dewy and fresh. This concealer is, it actually, right now it doesn't make my under eyes look cakey or anything. I don't really have a problem with the other one doing that, but after a while it does tend to kind of look worn down. So we'll see how this wears over time, but so far I'm really liking the application of it. My nose looks really, really good. I'm not having any problems with it breaking down. It did cover up the blemish more. Like, can you see the blemish there anymore? I would really hope not. So let's put on some setting powder so that we can kind of set the under eyes, set where we put this powder, and then we'll do the rest of my face. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. Here it is. We're just going to pat this into the under eyes so that I don't crease. And I'm trying not to get rid of that dew as much as possible. That's why we're doing like a really, really light hand. I'm going to also set on top as well because it was creasing a little bit on my eyes. Set here, set in my smile lines. I like this powder because it brightens, and then it also kind of, it just sets everything so nicely because the powder is so fine and it doesn't give you any kind of flashback, which is nice. So before we put on the rest of my makeup, we're going to put on the Skin Treats from Pixi. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist. We're going to use the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit. This is just going to be used to warm up my face, you know, give me back some color. Then we're going to use the She Glam Blush. And this one I did in a full face of She Glam makeup from the website Shein. I still don't know what it is. I think I've had, this is like a fourth video where I've talked about it, and I still don't know what the website is called, but it's from She Glam. And this is in the color 01 Peach. Very, very pretty pink poppy blush. Poppy, poppy, poppy. So we're going to use a stippling. I like this blush because it's matte and it is very, very bright. So it definitely matches my summer vibes I'm feeling right now, especially like with the whole glow. I want to glow from within. Both these products have actually layered really nicely on top of the foundation and the concealer. I feel like one side is, you know, pinker than the other. Get it together, get it together. Stop talking, just do your blush. Do a little bit on the end of my nose. Ooh, that's pretty. And on camera, that's pretty. In the mirror, it's pretty. I don't see any kind of texturization on my face. Then for highlight, we're going to use an Essence Nude Highlight in Be My Sunlight. This is number 40. It's like a really gold color. Very pretty, very subtle. And I love using this one because it doesn't like go over the top most of the time. It's just a great everyday highlight. Now they do have other ones that are really pretty as well. But as you can tell, it's just a really subtle highlight. It looks very natural on camera, in person. This has become my like go-to everyday highlighter because it's so natural and it's so pretty. It also doesn't texturize my face, which is beautiful. So let's spray my face again. I'm gonna hop off camera and I'm gonna film an eye look for you guys so you guys can see that in a different video, and then I will pop back on and we will discuss like final thoughts before I do like the whole let's wear this for a full day. Okay guys, so go check out the eyeshadow tutorial. That's from a summer to fall eyeshadow tutorial using the Garden Variety palette. And now let's talk about the foundation. I love the way that my skin looks right now. It looks really fresh, really dewy. I don't have any cakiness under my eyes from the concealer. I feel like it applied really, really well. Actually, I feel like the coverage on this is like what's going on here. Like the coverage on this is so much better than the regular formula, unless it's just the primer that I used. It could be the primer. But so far, I'm really enjoying the look. The way that my face looks. I think that the foundation and the concealer like mixed together especially look really, really good, and I think that the primer is really, really spot on. I actually saw it being used by Taylor Wynn in a video where she did like transfer proof makeup, and that's why I decided to try it. So this is definitely a really great primer. It was $8 and I'm really impressed with the way that it's made my makeup look overall. I think that this one so far I'm really enjoying it. Thanks for watching it to the end. Hope you guys like this video. Thumbs up it, subscribe if you guys want to see more. If you want to see the tutorial on how to get this eyeshadow look, go check it out on my channel when it does, you know, go on my channel. But to be notified when it goes on my channel, you had to hit the subscribe button because, you know, subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye.